One of the most recurrent and challenging flow assurance issues in many oil-producing areas is the deposition of paraffin wax and asphaltenes on the inner tubing walls and downhole equipment. Paraffin wax and asphaltene deposition-related problems span from reservoirs to refineries, but their consequences can be particularly challenging when the affected area is difficult to reach, such as downhole and producing wells. The U.S. alone has been spending roughly $2 billion a year to combat this type of interference. Unfortunately, the success of traditional remediation technologies and methods remains marginal, while the risks associated with them are substantial. It is clear that a safe and effective preventative treatment solution to pipeline and downhole paraffin and asphaltene deposition is critical to the continued success of our energy sector. This type of technology would not only provide a solution for engineers who are struggling with paraffin and asphaltene deposition issues, but it also means a safer work environment for our employees and reduced impact on our environment. Ideal Energy Solutions has tackled the challenge of paraffin and asphaltene deposition and is pleased to introduce the solution, LamFlo, our patented oil-based preventative maintenance solution that reduces oil viscosity and suppresses pour point by breaking apart and suspending solids, keeping production in laminar flow. Paraffin wax and asphaltene deposition occurs when oil flows from higher temperatures near the reservoir to cooler temperatures near the surface. Higher temperatures near the reservoir keep paraffin wax from crystallizing. As oil flows up to the surface, cooler temperatures induce crystallization and deposition of wax, reducing the cross-sectional area of the tubing. Operating capacities then become limited and place additional strain on the reservoir and downhole equipment. Wax deposition leads to decreased flow rates and eventually total blockage. Wax deposits display only limited solubility at moderate temperatures in many types of organic solvents and are virtually insoluble in aqueous solutions. When hydrocarbon fluids reach temperatures below the wax appearance temperature, WAT or cloud point, the end paraffin components begin to crystallize into solid wax particles. These particles may adhere to each other or to surfaces. It is therefore important that LamFlo is injected prior to the cloud point. Deposition of paraffin typically occurs when the wax-containing oil comes in contact with any surface that has a temperature below the WAT and provides a heat sink. LamFlo overcomes many problems with typical treatment methods such as xylene, diesel, or hot oil treatments. One limitation of traditional methods is temperature sensitivity. Typical treatment methods are also hazardous and lose effectiveness in treating paraffin over longer pipeline lengths. LamFlo doesn't encounter these problems which typical methods experience. LamFlo is formulated with biodegradable solvents, is BTEX-free, and is low in toxicity. In addition, it has no pH or ionic charge, which reduces the chance of damaging well formations. LamFlo acts to prevent asphaltenes from reforming and prevent deposition and blockages from occurring. It is effective because it is aggressive on bitumen and other heavy oils with high concentrations of asphaltenes, reducing viscosity and lowering pour point of heavy oil. Shipping costs are minimized as it is non-DOT, regulated and non-hazardous when shipped. LamFlo typical dosage concentrations typically range from 300 to 500 ppm, which is significantly lower than other solvents such as xylene. LamFlo is safe for use both on land and offshore. It can be applied via chemical injection, mandrel fitted in the production tubing string, annulus at surface on pumping wells, or injected at surface anywhere into the flow line. LamFlo minimizes equipment footprint, which results in a reduced number of points for possible failure. LamFlo has been designed to attack the asphaltene complex to create smaller subsets to act as suspending agents for the heavier alkane and paraffin groups. The asphaltene structures undergo significant physical modifications, which reduces the physical properties of the crude oil. These chemical reactions result in the lowering of viscosity and a reduction in the pour point of crude oil that has a high asphaltene content. LamFlo has the characteristics of a corrosion inhibitor, dispersant, flow improver, and drag-reducing agent, and our product can be tailored to custom-fit various paraffin and asphaltene issues. This time-lapse sequence demonstrates the effectiveness of LamFlo in reducing the viscosity of heavy oil. The neat oil did not flow at room temperature, so heating was required in order to reach its melting point. At 55 degrees Celsius, the melting point of the heavy oil was reached. 500 parts per million of LamFlo was then added to the oil. As the temperature decreases, you can see that the oil remains fluid as LamFlo has reduced viscosity as well as pour point. LamFlo is effective at keeping production in laminar flow in a wide range of situations. Anywhere paraffin and asphaltene deposition reduces your flow efficiency, LamFlo can help improve your bottom line in an efficient and environmentally responsible manner.